Hi everyone, this is Yann Camus of Bliss Climbing, and today I want to show you my favorite way of coiling my ropes and a few more tips. So the method that I will show you here is good if you want to store your rope in your backpack. Store it at home, throw it in your garage, anything, and you want it to be perfect when you get back to the crag and ready to go. If you are more in the Alpine and if you want to make your coil as a backpack, I will show it at the end of the video. So let's jump to my favorite method. So you want to make the butterfly coil. I do it around my neck all the time. I just take care of my rope not being too dirty. Otherwise, you could do it in your hand like this, but it's more tiring to your arms and I don't like that. So I just start with the end around my waist height and I coil the rope in flakes like this. So it's called the butterfly coil, and I can keep the video at one speed because I want you to feel how long it takes to coil. Here it's a 66 meters. It's not too long. Okay, so let's do that. Okay. Wherever my rope is, I like to be walking towards it. Okay, if it goes far that way, I will walk and try to, instead of pulling my rope from very far, then it gets more dirty, dragging on the floor. I don't want that, so I'm in front of my rope that's on the ground and I just coil it like this, and it makes it lighter to pull also, so that's very nice. And you see, I'm already done. It doesn't matter if you have too much rope at the end, really. It could be just 50 centimeters. That's probably the minimum, lying on the floor. Then I pass my hand like this under the coil. If I have the helmet could be in the way. Then I have to move my helmet like this because I don't want to mess up my coil. So I really do like this, slowly, and then I make sure that both sides are even here. You see that I can play a little bit with it, and I will turn around my rope like this, make a kind of neck, and I pull and I go over my rope here so it crosses, so that makes it locked. And as soon as I have one or two rope turns around my rope, I will pull really tight and do that, and every time I pull tight and I push the rope a little bit to make it dense, because if there's a lot of air in between the strands in there, it will loosen, and if I don't reuse the rope for some time, my coil will just uncoil itself. So I just make sure that it's really snug here, and then after a couple of turns and I have some rope left like this, I grab the rope here in my hand, I put my rope between my thighs, I pull through and I go back over my rope like this. And now I will make sure that everything is snug all the way around and all the way to the really end here. And once I have that, I want to lock that. If I don't do anything, it will loosen and I might lose my coil. If it's really short here, I make just an overhand knot, but I prefer a slip knot. So start like this, push a bite through and pull, and then I can make my loop and my end of rope even so it doesn't go too far down, and this is my coil. Now I can toss it around any way I want. This will not undo itself, it will stay perfect. Now, when I want to climb the next time, I put it back on my hand. I pull my slip knot, I can push on the bight, undo my slip knot, I can push my rope here to make it loose, then take it back through it, then undo slowly each turns like this. This end of the rope here, I want to make sure that it's away from where I want to put my rope. If I want to get an access to the other side of the rope, I can just pull it a little bit and put it somewhere else, because you'll see that I just open it and I let it go. It's basically ready to climb. If I want to make extra sure that it's laid out properly on the ground, then I'll flake it, the whole thing, again before I climb, but otherwise, like, it's ready to use. And now about the Alpine Coil, it's basically good when you want the rope to be ready to use and you never know when you're going to use it, when you're going to store it, if you need a few meters out. So then the Alpine Coil is very useful. So what you do is you put your hands on one end of the rope, you pick it like this, and then you go around the shoulder, around your head like this. I'm not used to do it, so my coil will not be super even. So I will not finish my rope just to show you. It's a lot of work, but the work you invest now is to make sure that the whole climb, it will be really neat to have it stored that way. The big problem also is if you want to use your whole rope, I really suggest you undo your Alpine coil, one coil by one coil. Okay? Otherwise, if you throw it on the ground and pull, it will make some knots. You don't want to do that. To finish the coil quickly, anywhere in the rope, I just make a loop like this. Then I take the other side. I want to turn this little loop around and over itself to lock it. It's a little bit short, and then I put this end in the loop that I created by bending the rope, and then I pull here and I make it snug, and now it's ready. So you see, I have a little bit of rope there. I can make a whatever double figure eight, clip that to my harness. Then maybe I'm walking on the glacier and my buddy will have the rest of the rope to be used. So very useful. If I need more, I can undo this Alpine core. If I want less rope, then I can finish this coil and probably carry it on my shoulder in order to have it available right there when I need it. And if I made a coil, but I don't want to put it in my backpack this time, I want to put it on the shoulders of my friend, you take more meters than needed. Here I have probably 2.5 meters lying on the ground, and then I have to find my other end again that I started with and undo a few loops carefully under the other coils. Same length. I carefully take my rope back, make it even, pick one side, pick the other side. I will go around my rope. I start on the back like this. Then here I want to lock my rope, so I go over. I make it really snug, same thing as the other time. Then I make a couple of turns like this. I pull through both strands, and here between my thighs I just finish it by pulling the long ends inside the loop. Okay, so like this, I just pick both hands like ends like this, put it on my back. Some people like to cross it here in front. I like to go straight. Then I cross behind my back, and then whatever the length of rope, hopefully you have enough to do at least that. I can do a few more turns like this. You can do a flat knot here. And if you walk a long time, a flat knot will loosen itself. So you can do like just one overhand or a slip knot on one side, really tight on the flat knot on both sides. Last trick I like to do when I walk a lot with this on my back is maybe a quick draw, or here I have a 60 centimeter slings and clip it like this to keep the shoulders well put, and I can hike forever. This will stay perfect. I hope you liked this video. Go see my website blissclimbing.com, where there's online courses of rope soloing, top rope and lead rope. Click that like button and subscribe for more. Thank you.